Trey, I'm talking to you. Thank you for showing up to this quality control meeting. I appreciate it. Now, Trey, let's talk about your mindset for this year. I know you probably feel screwed. You probably feel like you have no real chance to start here. You're competing to be the backup, but they won't let you leave. They won't trade you. You can't go anywhere else and compete for a starting job. You think you're probably a starting quarterback in the NFL, and you're not being given a fair chance to show it. I get it. But you got to be patient. Sorry. This is the NFL. It's not fair. It's the not fair league. You signed a contract. They've given you a lot of money. You just have to be patient now. And here's what your mindset should be. People have all written you off. Certain people on the team know that you've improved. Kyle Shanahan has said it. George Kittle has said it. But the media doesn't seem to get it. And I don't know. I don't know why people have written you off. But you know you've improved. You know you finally have more touch on the short throws. That those layups that were giving you some problems, like the screens that you would throw too hard, or the slants or the shallow drags that you were throwing too hard, it's not an issue for you anymore, at least from what I saw in practice. You have a much shorter controlled stroke, and you can throw those layups, which is going to increase your completion percentage by a lot. So when you finally get your opportunity, and you will, considering Kyle Shanahan as a head coach has no inclination or desire to protect a quarterback on his own. That's the quarterback's job. You're going to get your opportunity. And what you'll do is you'll show that you can hit those little layups. But what you got to do early on is hit a deep shot. You got to differentiate yourself from Brock Purdy. You got to go out there and play with confidence, because you already know Kyle Juszczyk and a lot of people on the team prefer Purdy for all these reasons, right? Because he played more than you, and he's a gamer, and he's a football player, and yada, 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 as if all of his physical limitations don't matter. So Purdy will go out, he'll play, and he'll play to the best of his ability. If you ever get your opportunity, you have to show what you do differently than him. And that's not with your legs. That's with your arm. Because with Purdy, defenses play 8 in the box more than any team, more than anyone else. When Purdy's on the field, the Niners aren't going to push the ball down the field. They're going to run the ball and throw quick, short passes. So that's the game plan every team's going to have locked in against the 49ers every week. If you ever get your opportunity, teams aren't going to be prepared for what you do and your style of play. So show that you can hit the layups, show that you can hit the short ones, but on 3rd and 7, the first time that freaking defense gives you single high, throw it deep down the sideline. Because honestly, that's like your best throw. You hit Danny Gray like that down the sideline in the preseason last year. You hit a couple deep throws against Chicago last year that no one remembers because you lost. But if you can differentiate yourself in that way from Brock, you won't lose the job. It's the same thing that Colin Kaepernick did with Alex Smith. Alex Smith was doing great. He was winning games. He was highly efficient and a little mobile, kind of like Brock Purdy. Alex Smith was playing really well for about a year and a half, but he couldn't really push the ball down the field. He was a little conservative, held the ball a little too long. All of a sudden, he gets hurt. Kaepernick comes in and lets it rip and really pushes it down the field. And the whole team says, right, of course. We can do so much more now. So it's on you. If you can differentiate yourself, put up some points, win the game, you'll never give the job back. Be patient. Don't go out there and be scared, conservative when you finally get your chance. Because if you go out there and try to play like Brock Purdy, you can't play as well. You can't be Brock as well as Brock can be Brock. You could never be Jimmy as well as Jimmy could be Jimmy. I feel like you've been trying to do that, Trey. You've been trying to play the position the way the people ahead of you in the depth chart have been playing the position, as opposed to saying, I play differently. There are different throws I like to make. There are different ways I like, different tendencies I have. Be yourself and have confidence that you can do things these other quarterbacks can't do. Because if you try to play like Brock, you won't play like Brock.